Absolutely. And I'm going to go through all the things that I think Xiaoyu needs to be nerfed about, right? Xiaoyu does need to be nerfed. Give me a second. And let me get comfortable. So I'm about to go into some real shit. Does Xiaoyu need to get nerfed? Absolutely. Xiaoyu absolutely needs to get nerfed. Okay? Alright, let's go through it. Why does Xiaoyu need to get nerfed? In my opinion. Okay? Xiaoyu, let's look at everything in a package, right? Let's look at Xiaoyu's defensive package, then let's look at Xiaoyu's offensive package, both of which without heat, and then let's look at Xiaoyu's package with heat, okay? All right, let's do all of this shit, okay? Defensive package, offensive package, both without heat, then heat, right? About whether or not Xiaoyu needs to get nerfed. Spoilers, she does need to get nerfed, okay? Let's talk. Xiaoyu's defensive package in this game is S+ tier. Xiaoyu might have the best defensive, what up nameless, might have the best defensive package in the history of Tekken, right? Here's why. Let's look at it. Reason 1, 8-frame button. Having an 8-frame button is fucking lol. Let's check out her package, lol. 8-frame button is wild, okay? Having an 8-frame package, having an 8-frame button is so useful. This shuts down so many mix-ups, right? But it's also quite fair. Yes, it's a unique defensive option, but she gets no damage, right? And she's +1, right? Right? So it's not like Flash, where it completely swings momentum your way. This move, literally, is just a stop button. Just stop, right? Let's play real Tekken. Don't try to hit me with your stance bullshit. Stop, right? 8-frame package, no diddy. Like, yeah, look, all right? Simple, right? I like this. I think this is fair. It's game breaking. It's rule breaking because it's an 8-frame button. But because it's rule breaking, it gets no damage, right? I think that's fair, and she's had it since forever. Okay, but it's incredibly strong. Don't get it twisted. Just because it does no damage and doesn't give you big frame advantage does not mean this move is not hella strong. But it doesn't stop there. She has a great 10-frame defensive package. Pause, right? Couple of jabs, +7, not bad. Into back 10 at +8, into mix-up stance, not bad. And then into hypnotist at +9, not bad, right? 10-frame, hella strong, okay? Hella fucking strong, okay? So 10-frame, solid. What about 12 frames? Most characters, I don't know if most at this point, but a lot of characters don't even have a single 12-frame button. They don't have a 12-frame button. Meanwhile, Xiaoyu's got this, right? 12-frame, and this. 12-frame, right? Hard-hitting 12-frame, and like pokey 12-frame. This is, again, a lot of characters don't even have one. She has 2. Incredible, right? Very useful in many different matchups. What else are we talking about? 13-frame. Hit confirmable, 13-frame Punisher. Into heat. Wild, right? This is basically Feng's shoulder, right? This is Feng's shoulder. Yeah, being able to shut down stance characters, that's a huge boon. That's a huge boon. Incredible, right? But then this is cash money. Cash fucking money. It's hit confirmable shoulder. This is huge. Don't get this twisted, right? Again, if I stopped the defensive package here, you'd be like, okay, that's a solid defensive package. But we're not done. We're not done, right? Because this bitch has something that I can't believe Leo doesn't have. I'm so jealous that Leo doesn't have this. She's got 14-frame standing launcher. What? She can launch 14-frame. There's a very few characters in this game who can standing launch 14-frame. That's huge. Nina's fucking, Blonde Bomb, the Power Crush, being able to launch that, fucking huge, bro. Fucking huge. Okay? There's various other options that I can't think of right now, but being able to fucking launch this shit, huge, right? If the package stopped there, you'd say, okay, she's probably got an A-tier defensive package, right? But we're not done, because she's also got standard 15-frame launcher, right? Bye-bye. And not only that, it's got more range than most 15-frame launchers. Sometimes the second hit will hit you, even if the first one doesn't, right? This is godlike. This is godlike, okay? So at this point, we're talking like, okay, Xiaoyu might have an S-tier defensive package. That's insane. I don't know if Xiaoyu got busted pun. Yeah, her punishment. People don't talk about it. People get convinced about, oh, AOP. Fuck AOP. The stuff that makes Xiaoyu strong is her defensive package. And we're not done yet. If she just had that, if she only had that, we'd be like S tier, right? But 15 frame at this, look at the range on this thing, bro. Look at the broski, right? But we're not done. We're not done. 60 frame hop kick, why not, right? It's a little bit slower than the average hop kick, but it's fine, right? And she can do it from crouch, right? So her wild standing is sorted, okay? right? And then what else is there? What else? I made a list, bro. Oh yeah, this shit. Check this shit out. Excuse me? Excuse me? A whiff punisher from out here? Does it work? It doesn't work from 3. Oh shit, it might work from 3. It might work from 3. Nah, it doesn't work from 3. But just inside of 3. This is fucking... You know what this is? This is... what's her name? This is Julia's... Not Julia. This is Asuka's Demon Slayer, right? You know that Tooth Fairy? It's... Bruh. The range on this thing is obscene. If you whiff something... Broski. I'm not talking about broski, lad. But broskis? Look at the range on this thing, bro. Now, we're saying, okay, it's not arguably S-tier defensive package. It is definitely S-tier defensive package. But we're not fucking done, right? Because let's look at this shit, okay? 12 frame punch, right? Check this shit out. This is a great 12 frame punch. Look at the damage. And in certain situations, it even turns into a mini launcher. Okay. I'm not good, so I can't do it. Oh yeah, I'm not good. But if I was good, if I was a Xiaoyu main, right? In specific situations, it's intense, right? So already I'm like, okay, this 12 frame is top tier. But we're not done. Because she also has this 12 frame, right? And this 12 frame, I think, is even more obnoxious. Check this out. Plus 12 into stance, cuz. Okay, you can backdash out of that. That's not real. You can backdash out of that. But, like, that's wild. And check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Yo. Wall splats, bro. People be saying, oh, Leo's got the best while standing 12 punish in the game. That was true in 7, not anymore, because now you're forced into heat engage and it doesn't wall splat. This shit though? Bro, come on, bro. This defensive package is obnoxious, right? It's obnoxious, right? And then, on top of that, punch parry, right? Fucking punch parry. So, punch and kick parry, sorry. So, fucking... Right? Now, to be fair, no damage, but into mix. Huge. Fucking huge. Huge. Plus 6 in the back turn. Intense, bro. Chad, do you know Xiaoyu can KOP unders down forward 1-2? She's too busted. Her AOP needs to be nuts. She can AOP under the 1-2? Lol. Listen, yeah? So, the defensive package, yeah, is obscene, right? Is there anything, chat, is there anything I'm forgetting? Are there any defensive options I'm forgetting, chat? Any infamously evasive options that I'm forgetting that Xiaoyu has? Anything? Can you guys think of anything else? I've gone through all the buttons. Anything else? Anything else, chat? Anything else you can think of? Oh, I can think of one. AOP! 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 Right? If she only had everything I just mentioned, you would say she has an S tier defensive package. But when you add AOP into the mix, she has an S plus tier defensive fucking package. Okay? This shit is godlike. Now, here's my question. Do the options I've just mentioned need to be nerfed, right? Some of you might say yes. I would say no. I think Xiaoyu having an S tier defensive package is great. Why should it only be fucking characters with brain dead fucking demon paws and electric wing god fists? Like, why should every character only have S tier offense? I think having a character who has S tier defense is a great option. I think it's really good. But if you're going to have an S tier defensive package, right? Your offensive package better not also be S tier, right? That's fair. If your defensive package is going to be this intense, your offensive package shouldn't be that crazy. And now here's the thing, chat. I'm about to say something that's going to piss people off. I think, outside of heat, Xiaoyu's defensive package isn't good. I think it's actually like, it's mid. It's mid. It's where it needs to be, right? Because let's go through her offensive package, right? And again, you know me, I'm not downplaying, right? I've gone through all her defensive shit. Her offensive shit, what are like the really standout things for offense? I'll start with the one that I think is like wild and I've come around on. I couldn't believe they gave it to her, but after playing the character, I understand why they did. And I'll explain it in a bit. Launching throw. Why did we give her a launching curve, right? Why did we give her a launching curve? Okay. I understand why they did, but like that's one thing. Okay. Now, next, all right. But I think that is definitely an offensive move that is above the power curve, right? What's next? Let me go through my list. Back turn mix, right? So back turn mix in this game, I think this is a mid mix. It's not that strong, right? It's not that strong because this move, right? You have this, but a single backdash will get you out of it, and you just take the low damage. And like this actually isn't that clutch. One backdash and you'll escape it. So if you do it from like here, okay, awkward. If you do it from here, that happens, right? So a single backdash and that happens, and you're still launch punishable here. So it's not that great. And I think this is really smart design with Xiaoyu, right? When she does this, she's +5. But this move is 16 frames, right? And this move is 16 frames. Meaning that, like, if you dick jab here, the only thing you can really do reliably is like dick jab to get under this, right? Jab or dick jab. So she has nothing to frame trap you except for this, which is launch punishable, right? So essentially, you can dick jab her out of it, and if she wants to stop you, she has to either needs to sidestep, which is pretty good, or this, right? I think this stance, I think back turn stance is okay. Nothing needs to be nerfed at a back stance. Nothing needs to be changed at a back stance. I really don't think there's a single option that needs to be nerfed here, okay? What about the other mix? AOP mix. AOP mix, I also think, not that bad. She's got this, the big low out of stance, right? With disgusting Oki, right? If you stay down, oh, well, she didn't stay down. So, bam. Can you get out of it? Is anything guaranteed? Yeah. So what makes this fucked up is like the Oki you get out of it, right? Because you can really cause people problems in this situation, right? This is crazy. And then she can transition into back turn, potentially. Heat engaging. While standing 4, basically. And then she's got like this shit, which is very seeable because she has to jump out of it like Yoshimitsu. Like, I think the AOP mix is pretty okay. Again, I don't think anything needs to be nerfed at an AOP mix, right? Now, we're going to get to the controversial one, right? Oh, not this. Raiders, right? Now, I heard, I was watching a video, I forget what video it was, but it was like main man talking about this mix, and he called this like dumb. I disagree. I actually think this is one of the best pieces of game design Tekken has come up with in decades. I really do think that, right? This is a great mix. There are tons of characters who just have dumb mid-low mix. This is mid-low, fast-slow. It's super creative, right? Because if I just do it, it's not that, the low is not that damaging, right? And then, hold on. It's heat engaging, safe heat engaging, right? I actually think this is a really good mix. And then if I charge it up though, it goes a nightmare, right? And same with this, it becomes like extra plus, more damage, right? I think this is a super clever mix. Outside of heat. Outside of heat, this is a good mix and it's fair. And a character like Xiaoyu should have a mix like this. It's especially good on Oki, right? I've knocked you down, right? And then instead of going for damage, I do this. That's threatening as fuck. I love this. This is so good. Instead of going for damage, I do that, and then guess me alive. That's so good. That's so good. And that's a very Xiaoyu thing. You're in danger. And also, just as someone who grew up watching Kung Fu movies, like, small Chinese girl doing fucking airy stance, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I'm a big fan of Chinese Kung Fu movies. It's why I like the characters that I do. And this shit is it's great. I think the animation's great too. With the fucking wind trails. This is great. Outside of heat, this is fantastic, right? What else do we have? Sidestep 4, killer button, right? This move is cash money. This move is cash money. This is fantastic, right? Right, high damaging, sidestep, see if they whip something, go for the low. Look at the damage on this, bro. The damage on this, like honestly, if you eat 3 of these, you've taken a grip. You've taken a grip, you know what I mean? This is a great low. I think this is again, these are moves that I think are above the power curve. This is one of them. And forward, and what this? Okay, this move is great because it puts your opponent in an awkward situation. Let's have them block it, okay? All right, -1, I'm -1. So, it's a bit awkward. You can punish it, but if you're not careful and she sidesteps your dick jab, you're going to Valhalla. Right? And then she can also end in AOP. So you don't know and if she's in AOP, she's 0. So you don't know what situation you're in, right? If you try to dick jab, you're gonna eat that, right? Super good. And on counter hit, before I forget, right? fucking cash money, right? You can launch, okay? And I would argue that nothing I've mentioned is dumber than fucking Demon Paw on the offensive side. I think Demon Paw is dumber than every other option I've just said. Fucking just from here, just do it. I think everything I've mentioned is good. So I think outside of Heat, this character is good. S tier defensive package, and I would say a B tier, maybe high B tier, but a B tier offensive package, right? Because you still have to get into range to do it. And the problem with Tekken is that Tekken doesn't start here. If Tekken started here, S tier, but Tekken doesn't start here. Tekken starts here, right? And getting in to do this stuff is where Xiaoyu kind of struggles, right? Because you have fucking dumb Demon Paws coming in, Reina's forward 4-2, Lydia's forward 4-2, fucking Feng's forward 4-2, King's fucking arsenal of like intensely forward moving, like that's the thing, right? Tekken starts here. So here, like, Ling has to play real neutral if she wants to do offense. But on defense, don't get it twisted, she's got that, right? So defensively, great neutral, right? But offensively, she can't really threaten you the way that other people can threaten you in neutral. So I would say S tier defense, B tier, actually, let's say low A tier, right? But we're not going to say her offensive toolkit is S tier without Heat. But here's the problem. With Heat, this character is unhinged. This character is unhinged, right? This character is unhinged. This character is unhinged, okay? Because, like, okay, I'm struggling to even think right now because her offensive package in Heat, she's a different character. She's a boss character in this game when she has Heat, right? Regular combo, right? Combo damage, not that great. But then, fuck, I fucked up the combo because people are watching. All right, let me do it again. Bat, 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 bat. Okay, so 60 damage, okay? So you might be thinking, 60 damage, that's not that deep. That's not that deep. Combo ender, 60 damage. It's not that crazy. But, and it's not that crazy. Which is why people are like, oh, she needs to get her damage nerfed. The damage isn't the problem. The damage isn't the problem. People, if you're going to talk about Xiaoyu, you need to talk intelligently. The damage is not the problem. The damage is the situation she gets after this, right? Because check this shit out. Okay. Okay, I fucked up. But essentially, she does the combo and then she gets this hypnotist next. And you have to guess for your life, right? And it's her ability to put you in situations where you have to guess for your life, guess again, and then guess again. So she can force 3 mixes. And if you are wrong on those mixes, you fucking die, right? So I'll try and do it again. Okay, so let's say I've done that. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. You guessed wrong. You're fucking dead, right? You're fucking dead, right? But we're not done. Here's the thing. I've just done the hypnotist mix and we're not done. Because if, let's say you manage to survive, guess what? I can do that and then force you into that mix-up again, right? Do you see what I'm saying? The issue with this is the fact that she gets the mix too many times, right? Too many times. That's the problem, right? The mix isn't the issue. She doesn't need a damage nerf on this. She needs a heat usage nerf, which is what happened last time. Here's my proposed solution, okay? All right, here's my proposed solution. They need to make it, first of all, they need to make the low -12 again. I know people are complaining, oh, you just made it 13. No, the low should be -12. Because don't forget, in regular thing, she's only getting that, right? She has to take a risk to get more than that. And it's a big risk, right? It's a big risk. I would argue she's taking way more risk than, say, fucking, Yoshimitsu's unseeable low. This is huge, right? So it should be -12. But here's the problem, okay? Once, if I do this in Heat and I get you, it should be as if I've done a Heat engagement. Like, as if I've done an active Heat engagement. Like, my Heat's gone. I should get the superpowered version of the mix one time. One time, right? And therefore, I think the low should be -12 and the damage should be increased. She should do more damage. But I only get to do the mix once. Because right now, the fact that I get to do the mix twice, maybe even 3 times, depending on how I entered thing, heat often means that we could be playing. I'm not exaggerating, yeah? You know I'm not a downplayer. There are times where I activate heat and I'm like, let's say 20 seconds have passed in the round, 30 seconds have passed in the round, 40 seconds have passed, and I'm like, everything that happened in the round up to this point doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because literally, the whole round is going to determine whether you guess right on these 3 mixes I put you in. That's it. That's literally it. The whole round is going to be determined by how you deal with these 3 mix-ups. And that's not right. That's not right. I could be losing the round at real Tekken, the whole thing. And then I get into heat and I go, okay, guess for your life 3 times. And if you guess wrong, you die. You fucking die. And that's what's obnoxious. So I think she should get a damage buff to the option, but when she does it, it's over. Like a heat burst. It's over. You get 1 bite of the cherry, right? 1 bite of the super powered cherry, and then you're done. I think this would make Xiaoyu a lot more fair, right? Here's the problem though. Even in her current state, she is not in the upper echelons of Tekken play. Neither in terms of online results or in terms of tournament placements, right? So doing this would be a net nerf to Xiaoyu, and a pretty sizable net nerf to Xiaoyu, right? Pretty sizable, okay? So here's what I think they should give her. Because, remember what I said before, she has an S tier defensive package, but an A tier offensive package. But this is Tekken 8. So having an S tier defensive package don't mean shit unless your offensive package is high caliber. And what I've just advocated is a reduction in her offensive package. And that's a problem, okay? That's a problem, okay? So I think what they should give her back, and people aren't gonna like me for this, but here's what I think they should give her back. One of the moves I didn't mention was this. This move is a great move. 14 frames, super long range, and it's useful in the dance. Remember what I'm talking about? This is where Tekken is played, right? And like Xiaoyu obviously doesn't have a demon paw or one like the dumb option they can just throw out for massive reward. If you gave her back counter hit this. In Tekken 7, if she hit you counter hit with this, she got a free mistrust. She could launch you. If she hit you with counter hit with this. I think they should give her that back. I think they should give her that back. So now you have to play real Tekken. But if I catch you with this, your stupid ass trying to do just you're like Lydia just doing dumb forward 4-2 and I catch you, you're going to Valhalla. Right? That I think they should bring that back. Counter hit this? No. Bring that back. And then I would justify the heat nerf that I talked about. I think that's how you would balance the character, right? For me, again, as someone who's been playing the character now for a week and a bit, I'm like, 2 weeks now. I'm like, I think this character is amazing. I think she's a great character. I think she's really well designed. And I think a lot of people who have never actually played the character, that's another thing to keep in mind, they've only had to fight against her, will complain about how dumb she is. And I'm like, no, she's not dumb. She's actually not brain dead. Like, she's actually incredibly clever, and I think one of the best design characters in the entire game. And that defensive toolkit that I said is that's the reason I play it. Because again, this game, a lot of people bitched about how brain dead this game is and they have to deal with offense, including me, right? And which is why I'm constantly looking at the defensive characters like Xiaoyu and Asuka. Because I'm like, look, I can bitch about it or I can adapt. And I really want a character who I can like use defensive options with to escape the bullshit. I don't want to have to hold it, right? Did I miss the layout breakdown? I didn't do the layout breakdown. I'll do a layout breakdown in a bit, actually. I will do a layout breakdown in a bit, right? But like, I think this character is amazing. I think this character is fucking awesome. And I love this character. And I might genuinely become a Xiaoyu main. But in her current state, she is busted. Because like I said, there are many rounds where I have lost at Tekken. My opponent has done way more powerful shit than me, way more intelligent shit than me. But, you know, I've activated heat, and it's like, you gotta guess for your fucking life. You gotta guess for your life. Oh, you guess wrong? You lose the round. You lose. Oh, fuck. Well, not with those combos. But like, you lose the round. You guess wrong. Or you guess right, but I did the mid at the wall. Now you gotta hold that. Like, there have been many times where that's happened. Or like, I shouldn't be able to do that multiple times. And even if you guess wrong and you take all the damage, I still have enough heat to fucking go, to then just go like, to hit you with that shit. And then do it again. You shouldn't be able to do that superpowered version of the thing multiple times. You shouldn't. That's my view. So my nerf, as I've said, I think she should only get to do that superpowered mix once. But if you're gonna nerf her like that, you've got to give her this shit back. Because that shit was clean. That shit was, because the range on this move, I'm at 3.2. Bro, that's, and you need it. Because this is where Tekken is played now. If you don't have a move that lets you skip neutral, again, if you don't, like, this is where it's at. And when Hayachi comes out, it's gonna be even worse. Like the fucking, you thought the other 4-4-2s were bad. Oh, you about to see some shit. You about to see some shit when that guy's come out. Because they clearly they're clearly like, we don't want neutral. We don't want this. They really don't want this. And this is actually my favorite part of Tekken. The sort of the neutral dance. Like, oh, 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 oh. And then like, I come in, right? They don't want that. They want characters to just fucking get in. And I'm like, okay, well, then now there's almost a 2-tier list. Does your character have a neutral skip or not? Because if you don't, you're low tier, or you're never going to be terrible reliable. If you do, you're in with a chance, right? And this actually leads me to my last comment I want to make here, right? And I want to put this is probably going to be a YouTube video, and I want to put this out here, and I want comments in the chat, right? Real talk time. What is more brain dead? AOP or fucking 4-4-2? Real talk, right? Because people like to talk about this move being dumb, and this move needs to get nerfed, this move needs to be, oh, this is horseshit. And meanwhile, these motherfuckers let Demon Paw off scot-free. Like, they let Demon Paw off scot, and I'm like, respectfully, Demon Paw is infinitely more brain rot than AOP. Infinitely more brain rot. And you know what really pisses me off here? The same people who will complain about how brain dead Tekken has become, and how you have to hold shit, and like it's all about mashing buttons, and how movement is like more useless than ever despite the buff. Those are the same people who will complain about one of the best defensive movement options in the game. Why AOP is so dangerous is because it is a sidestep and a crouch at the same time. Usually you have to pick one, right? So the moves you can evade with a crouch sidestep can often be hit. A high will often catch you, or the moves you can beat with a crouch will often hit you. Whereas this lets you do both, right? And that option is so strong, right? And so for me, does AOP need to get nerfed? No. What needs to get nerfed is this. AOP duck, right? Because AOP duck lets you get under mids that you shouldn't be able to get under. But AOP, regular AOP, that's good Tekken. And I'm tired of motherfuckers complaining about AOP, and then those same people, you'll watch their gameplay, and they're just fucking out here, fucking range 2.5, just throwing out the dumbest, most belligerent moves. Bro. Why the fuck can you duck in that stance? I agree. Why can you duck in this stance? You shouldn't be able to. Especially, she has this, right? I think this move should have a built-in duck. So if I time it perfectly, I should be able to like go, ooh, the launcher. But I should just be able to just do it. That's wild. Don't look at Buck though. Buck is fine though. Buck is not, it doesn't even deserve in the same conversation. Buck is a dumb stance, but it's dumb because it's not effective. Like, Buck is dumb for different reasons. So my point is this, I'm tired of hearing people complain about AOP when like there are infinitely more belligerent moves that those same players have nothing to say. Like, this is one of the cleverest pieces of design Tekken has ever come up with. This is great. This is fucking great. Like, this is real Tekken. You talk about real, and people are like, oh, it's not real Tekken. It is real Tekken. Because it's literally a choice to crouch and sidestep at the same time. That's great, right? Like, what would you rather have? Like, would you rather Ling not have AOP, but instead have a fucking, I don't know, launching, fucking heat engaging, armor crush? Like, do you know what I mean? This is great, bro. I honestly, like, the way Tekken people talk sometimes is wild to me. Like, this is so good. This is so good. Like, I'm a fan of this. And even as someone who's been eaten a lot of AOPs, it's my fault. AOP is literally only as effective as you are predictable. It's only as effective as you are predictable, because I know you're about to do a linear mid and or high, right? I know you are. So I do this, and you do, and on instant timing, because if you delay, it'll catch me, right? That's the thing. But people don't, again, the same people who complain about the brain dead nature of Tekken 8 are the same ones who like, they don't want to have to think about dealing with AOP, because it's unique. It's a unique problem. It's like, no, I just want to be able to run my offense. I just want to be able to run my offense against Xiaoyu the way I do against everyone else in the game. I'm like, no. There's nothing wrong with a character who forces you to think interestingly defensively. If anything, we need more of that. We need more of that to check the obscene offensive buttons. These 4-4-2s out here. Like, in fact, if you want to have a real conversation, why are we talking about OP moves and we're letting the Electric Wind Godfist go away scot-free? As if that's not one of the most OP moves in Tekken history. And again, it's OP on purpose. It's intentionally OP. I'm not, again, don't think I'm trying to get it removed. I think like it's iconic as part of the game. But like, how come we're okay with like offensive moves, which frankly require less brain power to use? Because you just whip out electrics. You're not whip punching that unless you were already crouching, right? You can throw that out. You throw this out just randomly, you're dying. You're dying. You're fucking dying. You can't just throw this out randomly. This requires you to anticipate what the opponent's doing, and it requires them to be predictable. Like, this is way less dumb than the Electric Wind Godfist. It's way less dumb than 442. And I just wish people would acknowledge that. And I don't think either of these moves need to get rid of. But I will admit, AOP duck, obnoxious. Because this makes mids that should hit you, even if you're perfectly aligned, and that there's no place for that. Nee said it perfectly. Nee, way back when this game came out, I was like, I have no problem with AOP. It's AOP duck that needs to go. But let's be real. 99.9% of the players who complain about AOP are not complaining about AOP duck. Because most of us aren't doing it. Most people are just complaining about they were +6, so they went to take their turn back with the button that they always take the turn back with, and then AOP went under it, they got launched, and like, oh, this is horseshit. But it's like, no, the second it said get ready for the next battle and you saw AOP on the screen, you should have anticipated that taking your turn back is going to be harder than ever. It's going to be harder, right? It's going to be harder, right? No, me too. I never use AOP duck. He's not intentionally, right? But it should be removed. This should be removed. This should just be removed, right? But AOP, as it stands, this is peak Tekken. I'm sorry. This is so good. This is so good. And we need more options like this, right? I'm getting really passionate about this because people get so in their things about AOP, right? And it's the same niggas who complain about how brain dead Tekken has become. This is not a brain dead option. This is like a really risky, intelligent option with the potentially high upside. This is the kind of options I want to see more of. But instead, we just get dumb 4-4-2s. And I'm like, bruv, I want to see more options like this and less options like fucking Lydia's 4-4-2. Respectfully. And I wish the community spoke in these terms. Respectfully, right? Respectfully. And yeah, and here's another thing. Okay, again, wall slander, okay? People will say that, so again, I was on that Kazuya video, and one of the things he said, it was about Yoshimitsu and Xiaoyu. One of the things he said is like, you know what, actually, let me not take the piss out of him, because I actually respect him a lot, genuinely. He was basically saying like, in the past, because Xiaoyu and Yoshi break the rules, they did low damage. And again, outside of Heat, I mean, I know that wasn't optimal, but outside of Heat, her damage is kind of below the curve, right? But in Heat, she gets a high damage ender into the combo, right? So she actually doesn't do that much damage. And it was nerfed in the last patch. So she doesn't actually do that much damage. But here's another thing, right? Again, now I am going to piss off the Kazuya player, right? They're right to say that Xiaoyu never used to do big damage, and Yoshimitsu never used to do big damage, right? The same way that Dragunov never used to have big loads, right? And that was how you banned him. But you know what? Kazuya never used to have a plus on block option out of the wave dash either. And I can't help but notice that he doesn't complain about that. Can't help but notice that he doesn't complain about that. Can't help but notice that he doesn't complain about that, right? But, again, am I saying that he should lose Petrified Fist? No. He needs that in Tekken 8 because it's Tekken 8, right? Every character, like, don't forget that Kazuya, Xiaoyu, and Yoshimitsu, for pretty much all of Tekken 7's life, were not tournament viable. We never saw them in tournaments, right? And so they've clearly given these characters tools to make them more tournament viable. So now they've given Kazuya tools that allow him to sustain pressure. This is unprecedented. Usually when Kazuya has a turn, he has to take his mix-up, and then if he's wrong, it's it. He has no sustained pressure. Now they're giving him a tool that lets him do that, and I love that. I fuck with that. Even as someone who hates Kazuya, I love that they gave him that, because now he can cook. He can cook! And he needs that in Tekken 8. And if anyone tried to take that away from him, I'd say you're full of shit. At the same time though, trying to take away Yoshimitsu's damage is kind of wild, right? Because I'm like, yeah, but Yoshimitsu needs that kind of damage if he's going to be competitively viable. And Xiaoyu needs to be able to do decent damage if she's going to be viable. But if you want to take away Xiaoyu's damage and Yoshimitsu's damage, fine. But then let's also talk about taking away Petrified Fist. Let's basically go back to Tekken 7, right? But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, right? And I don't want to do that. Because this isn't Tekken 7, Tekken 8, right? We need characters need new options if they're going to survive, right? And again, this is coming from someone who just said that we need to nerf Xiaoyu. I recognize that. But you got to be careful with these nerfs. Don't you try and turn them into Tekken 7 versions of the character. And too many people say this. Too many people, oh, well, this character classically never had X, so they shouldn't have X. I'm like, bro, I never want to hear a Kazuya player say that. Because the second they say that, I need them to also just say that, therefore, I should lose Petrified Fist. If you would say that, then you can talk. But I don't want you to lose Petrified Fist. I don't want Yoshi to necessarily lose the damage. I don't want Xiaoyu to lose damage. I think Xiaoyu's damage is fine as is. Again, it's the looping nature of the mix-up that I think makes her scary. But like, yeah, I think these are the things we need to think about. I think too many players, too many of these Brian and Kazuya players get away with saying wild shit. Like these fucking like hard stuck Raijin Kazuyas, these hard stuck Raijin Brians being like, oh, my character's super real and I wish other characters didn't have cool tools. I'm like, you know what? You're right. We should get rid of those tools. You know what else we should get rid of though? Let's get rid of Petrified Fist. Whoa, slow down, player. Whoa, let's maybe reduce the tracking and range on Demon Pull. Whoa, slow down, player, slow down. I didn't say get rid of my stupid tools. Whoa, what is this? What is this, democracy? Don't get rid of my stupid tools. I just want you to get rid of your stupid tools. I'm like, no, bro. The reason you're hard stuck is not because everyone else has dumb tools. It's because this whole game is dumb, right? But that's just me, right? That's just me. That's my rant. So long story short, get in the comments, let me know genuinely, and make your argument, but do it respectfully to me and people who disagree with me. What's more dumb, the Demon Pulls or AOP? Because real talk, I think AOP is like way less dumb than these Demon Pulls. That's me. That's me. But AOP Duck, we can all agree. We can all agree. This needs to go. This needs to go. This is dumb. Okay? Alright, cool. Kai's like, AOP is dumber. Alright, Kai. Well, you know, you could be on the wrong side of history if you want. You can be on the wrong side of history. I see a Confederate. I know a Confederate when I see one. I see you. I see you. You're on the Confederacy side? Cool. But yeah, I love this. I think this character's great. I think this character's fantastic. You just need to nerf you just need to make it so that the heat consumption goes up. They won't remove AOP Duck though. They should though. They should. We're talking about they're not going to do anything I've said. I'm just saying about what we need to have, what needs to happen to make the character fit. I think AOP Duck needs to go, and Xiaoyu's needs to consume more heat. Those are my points. Those are my points. But yeah, I guess that's the end of that YouTube video. But let's make another YouTube video because let's talk about fucking shouldn't go under mid attacks Kazuya moves. That's it. Okay, cool. It shouldn't go under Kazuya moves. Got it. Cool. We'll code it so that it goes under mids except for Kazuya's and Brian's. Got it. Cool. This is fucking up. Obscene. This shit's obscene. The stuff you get away with is this character, bruh. It's obscene. Guess for your life. You guess wrong. Now you die. And then you get up and then you have to guess again. Yeah, this is obscene. I shouldn't be able to do that twice. I shouldn't be able to make you make that guess twice. Get what I'm saying? You see what I mean? It's the heat consumption. I shouldn't be able to make you deal with that twice. I should make you only have to deal with it once. And it should be painful if you guess wrong, but that should be it. Whereas right now, if I activate heat manually, I can make you deal with it twice. If I activate it with like that, like you're dealing with it like 3 times. And it's like, bro, you lose the whole round. That's basically it. But at the same time, I want this back. I want that back. Like, make that, like, I think that's gonna come in season 2. I can feel it. Because look, they made it plus 12. All they have to do is make it plus 1 more. Make it plus 13. That's free, baby. That's what I want, right? So she has a better tool in neutral, but less bullshit heat. It's still not as good as fucking Demon Paws, but it'll do. It'll do, donkey. It'll do. All right. So that's that. All right. Cool. Now let's rant about Leo real quick.